presents Scholastic Basketball. With John Dady and Mike Zambelli. Brought to you in part by the Vinart dealerships, Lehigh Valley Honda, Ford, Hyundai, and Suzuki on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile, and Lehigh Valley Acura on MacArthur Road in Whitehall. And by the Allentown Sports Medicine Clinic, providing medical care to area high school athletes for over 10 years. The Allentown Sports Medicine Clinic, located across from the fairgrounds in the west end of Allentown.
Well, hi there once again, everybody. I'm Johnny Dady, along with Mike Zambelli, all set to bring you District 11 Boys 3A Championship Basketball. It'll be the Vikings from Allentown Central Catholic, 19-8 on the season, against the Spartans from Southern Lehigh with their 18-8 record. Before we tap that one off, let's talk to an old friend, Brad Pencil, the head basketball coach of the Cardinals at Pocono Mountain High School, wrapping up his third year, and he had a super year after spending a couple years as an assistant to his dad up at Bangor High School. Brad, welcome to Super 2, and congratulations on a great year. You were 8-0 in the first half, 8-0 in the second half, and you wound up overall with a great season.
Yep, thanks, John. Yeah, we had a great year. A little disappointing that we didn't get to a little further in the districts, but it was a real nice year for us.
All right, now, before we talk about your boys, how about this girls game, your Pocono Mountain girls? Were you disappointed in the score?
Somewhat. I just think our girls are real young, and it was a good experience for them. I don't think they've seen that kind of pressure before, but they're young, and they'll be back next year.
Well, you and Nazareth in the Lehigh Valley started off like a bunch of gangbusters. You had an 11-game winning streak snapped by Nazareth. Nazareth had an 11-game winning streak snapped by Salisbury, and then you two met. Tell us about that ball game.
Well, we ended up losing by 7. It was fairly close the whole game, back and forth, and they made some key shots at the end, and we had to foul to get the ball back at the end of the game. But they had a real nice team, and I thought we had a real good team also. So it was a great game, and they were just a little bit better than us that night.
Brad, they gave Easton all they could bargain for, sending that ball game to double overtime, which I couldn't believe, before finally bowing to the Red Rovers. Did that surprise you?
No, I thought that Nazareth has an excellent team, and the night we played Pottsville, I kind of told our assistant coaches I thought that maybe Nazareth might beat them because they're very patient on offense, and I thought they play outstanding defense. So I wasn't surprised by the score.
Have you seen either of these two teams tonight?
Yeah, I've seen both these teams. We scrimmaged Southern Lehigh, and I've seen Central a few times on TV. So I think it'd be a pretty good game. I think Central's a little more experienced than Southern Lehigh, but I think it should be a good game.
You are teaching, besides being a head basketball coach at Pocono Mountain, you're teaching up there. I understand that the welcome mat has been thrown away at your dad's house after you beat him 3 times now.
He still buys me Christmas presents and birthday
Your
presents.
mother buys them. He doesn't buy them.
It's been fun, and we've won 3 of the games we played against them, but I just had a little bit more talent he's had in the past couple years, and it has nothing to do with me or him. So as long as he still gets me presents, I think I'll be happy.
Hey, be careful how you phrase that. You said you have a little more talent than him.
Well, now
I'm gonna tell him. You mean the team?
The team, yeah, the team, yeah. But it's been fun playing them, and we're going to continue to play each other independent. So we'll see where it goes from there.
All right, he is wrapping up his 30th year as a coach, a dean of coach in the Valley. He's had a couple lean years now. Does it look like they're about to turn it around up in Bangor?
Yeah, I think he's got some real good young players. He's got a pretty good nucleus coming back next year. So I commend him on hanging in there for that many years. They go through some lean years, but he's done a great job there. There's no question, and he's got some good kids coming back. So I think that it'll start picking up a little bit for him.
Think you'd like to be in a business 30 years?
Well, I don't know. I've thought about it. 30 years is a long time. Maybe 20. I don't know about 30.
Brad, thank you very much for dropping by. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Brad Pencil, former assistant coach of his dad, Bill, up at Bangor for a couple years, and now the head coach up at Pocono Mountain. And what a super job he has done with the Cardinals.
I told him it looks like he's been shoeing up with them kids and playing with them. He still looks like he's in great shape, and he really did. He did such an outstanding job, and I don't know if he talked about it. He did lose one of his key players in a championship game up there, and that really kind of hurt him. But outstanding job he's done at Pocono Mountain.
How about this one? Southern Lehigh and Central.
Well, I think if you look at Southern Lehigh, it's a team that most people thought, you know, might be in this position maybe next year or even the year after. They might be here a year or two early, but only to their benefit. They start three sophomores. They've improved as the year has gone on, and I heard Coach Pencil mention experience. That's the one thing they don't have. As in the last game, I think early going is going to be a real key in the second game.
Yeah, I believe there were 5 and 3 in the first half and just 4 and 4 in the second half, but they came up with a big ball game to knock Salisbury into that three-way tie after Bangor upset the Falcons.
Well, they really did. They won some big games, and when you're young and you have players like that, that really builds your confidence. And you look at Southern Lehigh, they're playing their best basketball right now, and that's when you want to be doing it.
Yeah, they're peaking right now, no question about that.
Yeah, they really are. Central Catholic, on the other hand, you know, neither team has won a league title. Central Catholic got ousted in the East Penn Conference tournament, and Southern Lehigh, we talked about, didn't win either half, didn't get involved in those tournaments, but both teams have had their moments. I'm not so sure Central Catholic, when they had that 11-game winning streak, might have played their best basketball then. I'm not sure. They're going to need a good effort here tonight. They might have more experience, but I think they're going to have to play a heck of a game to beat Southern Lehigh tonight.
Well, I think the Vikettes, the Central Catholic girls team, fooled a lot of people by it's not a surprise that they won the ball game. I think the margin of victory is a big surprise.
Well, and it really is, and we talked about it in against Parkland. They come out, they use their experience to their advantage. They got well ahead of Parkland and then held them off. And then against Pocono Mountain again tonight, you know, they just get out in front. They're used to the game pressure, and it shows the first 5 or 4 minutes. And they use it to their advantage, and as a result, that was all they needed, and they were able to stay ahead by double digits all night long.
All right, we got the right one, baby, so let's just cap this one off.
Aha!
What are we doing here at ABE Car Care Center?
By getting the machine inspected. The sticker runs out tomorrow.
You always wait till the last minute.
Oh, stop your moaning. Besides, I got to get the brakes checked. It hasn't been stopping so good lately.
I wish I could get you to stop.
Get me to stop what?
Stop eating.
Don't bug me. I got enough confidence in me for the both of us.
You've got enough everything in you for the both of us.
Car Care Plus at ABE Car Care Centers.
From the little leagues to the big leagues, for working out to lounging around, suit up with Russell Athletic, now available at Bethlehem Sporting Goods. Bethlehem Sporting Goods, a Russell Athletic team specialist, carries a large selection of Russell Athletic tees, shorts, and uniforms. Plus, Bethlehem Sporting Goods offers custom lettering, screening, and embroidering of group and team Russell Athletic wear. Come by today for Russell Athletic wear and all sporting goods needs at Bethlehem Sporting Goods, the team sport and trophy specialist.
Even if you're just thinking about buying a new car or truck, come into Lehigh Valley Ford, Honda, Hyundai, Suzuki. There are over 500 cars and trucks starting at under $7,000. Payments under $125 a month. But you must come in now. Get the car you want at the price you want at the payment you can afford. And your trade will never be worth more. At Lehigh Valley Ford, Honda, Hyundai, Suzuki. A supermarket of selection and savings under one roof. Conveniently located on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile.
C.J. Wagner, trophies, plaques, and bowling supplies.
These are things that are good for you. Things that people do every day. They become habits. Because if they didn't, these things just wouldn't get done. Even something as good for you as saving. Fortunately, there's an easy way to save. Buy U.S. savings bonds through the payroll savings plan at work. Every payday, you save. And the sooner you start, the more you'll save. So make it a habit. Buy U.S. savings bonds.
Not too long ago, an East Penn Conference and Colonial League matchup would be considered a mismatch, but not so anymore. Here's a couple of teams loaded with underclassmen, and yet right in the thick of a District 3A championship game. Remember, only 2 teams in boys and girls Class 3A advance in state tournament play. And so, no matter what the outcome of this one will be, the Vikes and the Spartans will go their separate ways and continue to play. How did they get here? In regular season play, both teams were respectable, but not overpowering. Southern Lehigh in Colonial League play had a 5-3 first half mark, but then dropped to 4-4 in the second half and wound up 16-8. But one of those 4 second half wins was in the final game of regular league play when the Spartans upset Salisbury 71-53 to throw the Falcons into a 3-way tie with Nazareth and Saucon Valley for second half league honors. Nazareth, after winning the first half with a 65-61 win over Salisbury, defeated Saucon Valley 65-42 to capture the overall league championship. Nazareth then entered district play and gave Easton everything it would bargain for before the heavily favored Red Rovers defeated the Blue Eagles 92-87 in double overtime. See what I mean about league parity? Central Catholic is 19-8 on the season. Southern Lehigh is 18-8 on the year. The Vikes have 3 seniors on the squad. 2 of them, Andy Stevens and Jeff Aldinger, are starters. Brendan Gary, the other senior, is usually the 6th man. The Spartans have 4 seniors on the squad. 2 of them are starters. Rob Hamilton, he's 6'5", and Chris Taylor is 6'1". Overall, the Spartans have a height advantage. Central has played a tougher schedule, which puts this game up for grabs. By the way, the Spartans 2 district had been over North Schuylkill 57-51 and West Hazelton 55-43.
You mentioned that height advantage, and it's important that Central Catholic, again, as in the past, stays out of foul trouble. When Bob Fatzinger goes to the bench, for some reason they become a different team. He's not the guy, the only guy they need to win. They need a total team effort. But when he's not in there, they're different inside. He needs, and look for Southern Lehigh to go after that. I fully expect them to try and get Coyle, Welker, Hamilton, 6'5", 6'4" guys, get them down there and attack them big people of Central Catholic and try and get them into foul trouble.
All right, Bob Schaefer in his 4th year at Southern Lehigh High School. Boy, he ever turned that program around. His assistants, a couple of them, Kurt Zellner and Bill Coyle. John Squashier is the principal, Don Harricle, the athletic director, and John Squashier is also on the district committee. Fine, fine gentlemen to work with. At Allentown Central Catholic, Rich Baxon is 2nd year after 15 years as head coach over at Freedom. Bob Gilbert, Drew Gary, his assistant, George Burkott, is a JV coach. For your information, this is the 4th meeting between these 2 schools. Central Catholic leads in the series 3-0. And listen to this. 19, well, I'll give you that later.
You look at Bob Schaefer, white shirt, just walked past your screen. His team has won 18 games this year, and that sets a school record for 35 wins in back-to-back seasons. This guy has done an incredible job. His first year, he won the Colonial League Championship in '89. He wound up getting knocked out of the district by, you guessed it, Central Catholic, led by Billy McCaffrey. They lost 72-52. Now the starters.
Starting lineup for Southern Lehigh: 20, Brian McKee, a 6'2" sophomore. Number 32, Jim Coyle, a sophomore, 6'4". Number 40, Dan Welker, 6'5", sophomore. Number 34, Chris Taylor, a 6'1" senior. Rounding out the starting 5, number 52, 6'5" senior, Rob Hamilton.
Southern Lehigh will be the visitors. They will wear their traveling blue jerseys. Central Catholic, the top seed. number 1 seed, Southern Lehigh, by the way, the number 3 seed. The Vikes will be the home team on the scoreboard.
And now let's take a look at the starting 5 for Central Catholic. Number 42, Greg Spang, the hero of the Vikings' victory over Tamaqua. Jeff Aldinger, number 34, 6'1" senior. 33, Andy Stevens, 6'2" senior, leading scorer in a ball club. Number 50, Tim Cramsey, 6'2" sophomore. Rounding out the starting 5, number 53, 6'4" junior, Bob Fatzinger. And the officials for tonight,
Jim Haney, Sam Aaron, and Jim Kimmel. Look at the Vikes right there. This will be their 9th appearance in a district final. In the 8 games they've played, they are 2-8, and I think that might surprise a lot of people. The only district titles they have are in 86 and 89. They have that many state titles. This will be the 10th straight year that Central Catholic has advanced to the inter-districts.
Boy, I can't believe how big these kids. They didn't look that big when we were out at Southern Lehigh earlier in the year.
There is a definite size advantage when you go right down man for man.
And Rob Hamilton with the knee guard to match the pants. It looks like a sweatsuit.
Yes, it does.
All right, we're ready to go. Welker and Fatzinger in the center circle. Here comes Jim Haney, who has a very fine collegiate schedule, refereeing schedule. Fatzinger gets a tap, but the Martin Taylor picks up the ball, pops up a 10-footer, not good. Rebounded by Cramsey, and here's Greg Spang. The Vikes quickly up front.
Cramsey and Fatzinger need to do more of what Cramsey just did right there. They need to control those boards.
The by Stevens off his legs, the pass, and the Spartans have the ball.
Good defensive pressure by number 34 for Southern Lehigh, Chris Taylor, one of the seniors.
Taylor quickly up front in a paint, gets over to Hamilton. He lost the handle, out of bounds, and the Vikes have the right.
Spacing not real good off the pressure. Southern Lehigh able to get a little bit of a break, but the spacing not there, the timing not there, and as a result, a turnover.
Andy Stevens.
Both teams with one early.
Aldinger. Ramsey in a baseline. Aldinger up high for 3. Fatzinger battling for it, but Chris Taylor, Southern Lehigh, comes up with the ball. And here's Brian McKee. Up over the timeline, guarded by Spang. Off the glass, no, not good. Rebounded by Cramsey. So Central Catholic now on both occasions have control the boards.
Spang matched up on McKee. Really a tough match for him. He's got to give up close to 6-7 inches in that matchup.
Almost a turnover. Saved. And here's Jim Coyle. Gets it over to Taylor. Chris. Hamilton. Rob gets it on a give and go to Taylor. They lose it. And here's Spang for Central Catholic. He's going to have to check off.
Good interior defense by Aldinger. Nice strip of the ball to force another turnover.
Hey, we have 2 minutes, or a minute and 45 seconds gone by. Andy Stevens scores first for Central Catholic. And that comes almost after 3 minutes of play, Mike.
Not surprising that Stevens is the guy that gets you started. He's been doing it all year long.
Coyle gets it back out to McKee. McKee over to Taylor. Underneath, all alone. Oh, shot by McKee. I don't know if that was partially blocked or not. Stevens, Aldinger, bingo.
That was rejected inside by Fatzinger. Excellent block. Nice break and good transition basket for the Vikes.
Oh, my. What a beautifully executed play.
Certainly was, and Fatzinger needs to play like that for a full 4 quarters.
Foul underneath. Against Tim Cramsey. Caught pushing off underneath the bucket. And we have the first personal foul in the ball game. McKee inbounds, gets it into Welker, goes baseline, a power move, Gets it out to Coyle. Up and in. 4-2, Central Catholic. Here's Spang.
Coyle's a real player. He'll show you range. You can't believe for a 6'4" guy. He'll take his game outside, too.
Aldinger, Spang. Had a notion to go for 3. Stevens.
Southern Lehigh
Double
zone
clutches,
defense.
pops it, and hits it. Andy Stevens. He has 4 points. The Vikes lead 6-2. Coyle. Hamilton. Over to McKee, one of the sophomores, 4 seniors, 3 juniors, 6 sophomores on this Southern Lehigh squad. Ball batted down by Spang. Here's Stevens. Stevens, a stutter step, goes up. Oh, rolled off the rim, but he was fouled.
What a nice job defensively again by Greg Spang. He's matched up against Coyle inside. Southern Lehigh tries to get him the basketball. Spang pops out, strips it or knocks it free. The Vikes get into transition. Stevens draws the foul, just unable to get the good roll.
Foul charge to Chris Taylor. Stevens with 2 field goals on a foul line for Central Catholic.
What a big first half he had against Tamaqua the other night with 18 points. Wound up again to lead the Vikes in scoring with 24 points on the night.
We keep talking about him. Certainly not a spectacular player, but a great one.
Steady every night.
He doesn't flip him behind the back. He doesn't flip him over his head. He doesn't flip him between his legs. But he sure scores a heck of a lot of points.
Certainly does. Just a good, solid ball player.
Yeah. He has 6 points already. 6 of Central's 8. The Vikings lead 8-2. McKee up over the timeline for the Spartans. John Squarcia, the principal. Don Harris, the AD. There's Taylor. Taylor pops it off the left side, not good. And Stevens clears the board. Here's the pass up to Spang, but Greg has to check off. Now he's in the alley. Gets it over to Cramsey. He is fouled. Missed the shot, but was fouled.
Real smart basketball that time by the Vikes. Good job by Spang of controlling things. Waits till he gets some help. Then he's able to break things down and create for Cramsey, who draws the foul.
Foul against Jim Coyle. Second team foul. Cramsey on a foul line for the first time. He's awarded a pair.
Central Catholic appeared to make a defensive change, and it looked on that one brief series there that Spang was switched over to Taylor. Now that creates a little bit better of a match size-wise. We'll look at that next trip down defensively for the Vikes.
9-2. Rebound by Rob Hamilton of the Spartans. Gets it over to Taylor. Taylor to McKee. McKee over the timeline. And get too fancy.
Well, Spang now.
Spang will steal it off you.
Spang looking for a 5-second call.
Yeah. There it is. There it is. There it is. Spang! No! Just a little too far underneath the bucket.
Excellent defensive pressure this first quarter so far by Central Catholic. 5 turnovers charged against the Spartans.
Taylor, no. Rebound by Aldinger. Look out, look out. Hit the baseline.
It's only the second turnover against the Vikes. Southern Lehigh is going to use a timeout here, and they need it. They've only gotten 5 shots, and they haven't been very good. They've only been able to convert on 1. They're 1 of 5, but the shots they're getting are not good ones. There's excellent defensive pressure coming on every pass and every shot by the Vikes.
All right, in game number 1, 4A girls tonight, the Vikes from Central Catholic trounced Pocono Mountain 68-43. Now, here's what the schedule looks like also tonight. This is boys A action. Consolation game. Marion Catholic is meeting Notre Dame at Northern Lehigh. And in the championship ball game, Schuylkill Haven, with a 24-3 record, is matching points with Montnoy area. And the Bears are 18-8 on the season. That ball game is up at Martz Hall in Pottsville. There's also girls 2A action tonight. Consolation game. Panther Valley meeting Catasauqua, Northern Lehigh. And the championship ball game is Pine Grove. They're always in it. They're 25-3 on the year. They are meeting Northern Lehigh with a 20-5 record. That ball game at Marsh Hall in Pottsville.
You can see the pressure the Vikes are getting on. Look at extending that defense past half court, and that is a good game plan. That is what it will take for them to win here tonight. That kind of constant pressure for 4 quarters.
Jim Coyle, 16 feet out, not good. Rebound by Cramsey. Here's a pass to Spang. No. Spang, that's the second peeper he missed. He was looking over his shoulder, traveling. Good call.
Yeah, it certainly was. Coyle, or Welker, has good range, 6'5", and he can hit those. 26 points against West Hazelton. Also an outstanding baseball player, but that time shuffled the feet, got called for the travel.
Jim Hodrick, the principal at Central. Denny Romello, the athletic director. Aldinger underneath to Stevens. They turn it over, and here come the Spartans. They trail 9-2. Jim Coyle, a man with the ball, who had the ball, gets it over to McKee. McKee in a paint. Shot not good. Hamilton follows it up and in. Rob Hamilton makes it a 9-4 ball game.
The first time the Vikes did not control the defensive board.
Against Chris Taylor, and that'll be his second.
Not good. One of the people that Bob Schaefer looks for control things. One of the 2 seniors out there. He needs to play a little bit more cautiously now. Still 2:13 remaining first quarter.
Here's Spang. Aldinger. Batzinger on the baseline, up high, not good. Hit the front of the rim and popped over, spun over the back. Coyle, Hamilton to Taylor. Steal, Aldinger. Couldn't hang on.
The Viking defense is tough as I have seen it in a couple of weeks tonight.
Very aggressive.
Yes, good pressure on all passes. All shots, they've done all just except that one offensive putback. They've done the job on the defensive boards.
Welker to Coyle. Coyle, no good. Rebounded by Cramsey to Spang. Spang quickly up front. In and out of the key to Aldinger. Aldinger. Boy, he fired a bullet that time to Stevens. That's the 3rd time he fired a bullet, and Stevens couldn't handle it.
So difficult to pick that pass up sometimes. There's so many bodies in there. It's incredible that pass gets there through all those people in the zone. Sometimes you just don't pick it up through all those arms and hands.
Oh, yeah, here's another turnover. Here comes Aldinger. It's 5-on-2. Double dribble it.
We talked about those initials on Aldinger's sock the other night against Tamaqua. We did find out what that's all about. Nelson Ramos, JV player whose mother passed away, had to return to Puerto Rico. So Aldinger, and in honor of him and looking for a district title tonight, has his number and initials on that sock line.
Foul against Cramsey, his second. Field goal was good by Taylor. And he goes to the line to complete the 3-point play, and we have a 9-6 ball game.
Well, and that's what Southern Lehigh has to do. They have to take advantage of that. This is just going to be a good pass over the top, missed assignment defensively. Taylor all alone for the conversion, but more importantly for Central Catholic, 2 fouls against Cramsey.
9-7. Central Catholic missed those 4 shots that they'll never miss again.
Well, they missed some peepers on the breaks, that's for sure.
Right.
Mishandled some good passes inside.
Aldinger for 3, has it. 12-7. Central lures, almost got steal.
Aldinger holds the school record for most threes 38 of them on the year. Tack on one more, 39.
Foul against Fatzinger. Bob's first. Team third. Substitution, Bob Miller replacing Cramsey in the Viking lineup. Cramsey with 2 personal fouls.
And Miller needs to play meaningful minutes. There's no way that Fatzinger and Cramsey are not going to have to sit a little bit tonight. I don't think Coach Baxter can ask that of them with the difference in size inside. Miller is going to have to play meaningful minutes for the Vikes.
12-9 Central. Southern Lehigh 3 out of 3 from the foul line. And there's a foul, and this one will be on Brian McKee of the Spartans, his first, and it's a 4th team foul.
McKee trying to step in there defensively and draw some. Got in there a little bit late.
28 seconds and running remaining here in the first period. Spang holds. Gets it over to Aldinger. 10 seconds and counting.
Just notice Fatzinger's sneaker. He's also honoring Nelson Ramos. Has his name on his sneakers.
At the end of the quarter, Central Catholic 12, Southern Lehigh 9. We'll be right back. We got the right one, baby.
Wouldn't it be terrific if you could take a 4-door sport utility vehicle, add 4-wheel drive, power steering, AM/FM stereo cassette, best 4x4 mileage in America, add a powerful 16-valve engine for any on or off-road adventure, and call it the lowest priced 4-door 4x4 in America? You can. It's the 1992 Suzuki Sidekick 4-door, starting at just $11,995 at Lehigh Valley Suzuki, Lehigh Street Auto Mile.
C.J. Wagner, trophies, plaques, and bowling supplies.
You're invited to enjoy over 100 free dinners at the finest restaurants around the Lehigh Valley and the Poconos. Introducing the new Dynamite 92, full of 2-for-1 offers that can save you thousands of dollars this year. For fine dining, simply present your gold membership card. Use it just like a credit card to enjoy your complimentary meals. Dynamite also features popular casual and family dining. That's even more 2-for-1 offers at places you always visit. Dynamite's entertainment and services section has 2-for-1s on video rentals, lift tickets, and sports. There's also discounts on movie theater tickets, car washes, dry cleaning, and so much more. All that savings for just $16.95, and that includes shipping and handling. It's easy to order. With Visa or MasterCard, call 776-2539. If you're outside the Lehigh Valley, call toll-free 800-369-7218. Or send check or money order to Dynamite, 1045 Hamilton Street, Allentown, PA 18101. There's a money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied, and if you order 3 books, you get 1 free. Order now.
Second quarter's underway. Central Catholic controlling. Aldinger in a corner. Brendan Gary in a lineup, and the Vikes turn it over. On the right-hand side, Welker throws it up and in. Dan Welker picks up his first field goal. And it's 12-11. And the Vikings turn it over.
Welker has such good range for a big man. 6'5" sophomore, fantastic baseball player. Pulls up on a jumper, and then the defense forces a turnover. Shooting percentages first quarter. Central Catholic 4 of 11, 36.3%. Southern Lehigh 2 of 8, 25%. The Vikes committed 5 turnovers. The Spartans 7.
Foul against Bob Fatzinger, his second.
That's all even right now with 2 rapid-fire turnovers against the Vikes. They're all even now at 7 apiece.
And each team with 4 personal fouls. Coyle. Fatzinger rebounds. Spang looks for help. Aldinger throws it up and in. Jeff with his third field goal. 14-11, Central.
Brendan Geary now into the game. He replaces Bob Miller.
Hamilton, Rob guarded by Fatzinger. McKee, no, rebounded by Spang. Oh, Greg went airborne that time. Aldinger for 3, up high. Rebounded by Rob Hamilton of the Spartans. This is Chris Taylor. Gets it over to Jim Coyle.
You always talk about height when you talk about offense. One of the things the Spartans have going for them when they play that zone, they can get some pressure on shooters. They have those big guys out in front. Makes you change the trajectory.
Off of the Spartans' foot. Central Catholic has the ball. They lead 14-11. 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Inbounds to Aldinger. Gary all alone here. Not anymore. Aldinger up over the timeline. Spang to Aldinger. In a corner, Stevens. Pass to Gary, deflected, knocked out of bounds by Dan Welker.
Another pass, like you said, John, coming in through traffic there on hand, not handled real well, and a missed opportunity for the Vikes. They have created some good things for themselves, and you have to wonder if maybe it's not the size by Southern Lehigh that's making them look to shoot maybe before they catch the basketball, trying to beat them with a little quickness inside. That was just an errant pass. That was just a little too far away. Central trying to pin the bigger guys away from the basket and couldn't release and get out there. A little curly kneel going on out there.
Yeah, McKee.
Good job. Good ball handling by McKee. Lost his balance.
Hamilton.
Still maintained the dribble.
Nice play. Field goal by McKee. His first. 14-13. Central by just 1. They led by 3. At the end of the quarter. Stevens.
He might have missed a walk there. I thought he moved that pivot foot before the ball got down.
There he goes for 3. No. Gets the rebound and it's fouled. Offensive. First foul against Stevens.
Wild rebound is going to come off real hard. Out almost to the perimeter as you see it. Hamilton's going to be able to get back defensively to draw the charge.
Spang charged with a foul. His first. That's a 6th foul against the Vikes.
Spang trying to plead his case. I don't know if he got called for the foul for running into the ball handler or the guy who set the screen looked to be in good position, that's for sure. Rich Baxel looking on.
McKee. Taylor over to McKee. Nice under. Oh, the loose ball picked up by Hamilton. Rob gets his second field goal. And Southern Lehigh takes its first lead in the ball game, 15-14. It comes midway through the second quarter.
And an inexperienced team now has gotten through those opening moment jitters. District 11 championship. They're playing well right now.
3, Aldinger. Well, that broke out in a hurry. That's Aldinger's fourth field goal and second three-pointer.
Well, he needs to remain hot. He didn't start the last game against Tamaqua, but they need his offense.
Aldinger charged with his first personal foul. On a free throw line, Jim Coyle. Southern Lehigh, 2 out of 2 from the foul line tonight, both by McKee. Now this is Coyle, a 6'4" sophomore, rebounded by Andy Stevens. Here comes Brendan Gary. Spang for 3. No, that shouldn't have been 3. They wanted to give him 3. I say no, but he didn't make it anyway. His foot was on the line, definitely. Stevens. No. Fatzinger, yes. Boy, what effort. Oh. 19-15, Central.
We'll look at Central Catholic, the team with the disadvantage height-wide, getting 4 shot opportunities and finally kicking it in. Good hustle by Fatzinger.
Taylor. Brought it by Spang on a steal. Boy, good action. Foul on Gary. Central Catholic, his first. .110% effort by both clubs. You see Southern Lehigh, a nice job of getting back defensively, then trying to get the ball out. They call a personal foul. Taylor had 1 attempt on a three-point play and converted. 19-16, Central. 2:34 remaining in the first half. Spartans are 5 out of 6 from the foul line tonight. Central, 3 out of 4. Aldinger. Got it. 5th field goal for Aldinger. 21-17, the Vikes. 2:05 remaining in the first half.
Good hustle again by Central Catholic, coming up with a second shot opportunity.
Taylor to Coyle. No. Hamilton. Rob with his third field goal. 21-19, Central.
Just so tough for Central Catholic. Cramsey remains on the bench with 2 personal fouls. Hamilton, not only are these guys big, but they are strong and active.
Fatzinger gets a big goal and he is fouled.
Oh, that's a good job. Geary, nice penetration, nice little bounce pass. See, he goes to the bounce pass. Those big guys can pick that up a little bit better when they're coming up off the floor. A nice job offensively. (23-19).
Central, 1:30 remaining here in the first half. McKee in a corner to Welker. Hamilton. Bang rebound.
I think Fatzinger got a piece of that shot also. Fatzinger playing big inside.
Gary, Spang, lets it go for two. Rebounded by Coyle. And here's Chris Taylor. Over to Brian McKee, the 6'2 sophomore. Boy, this team's young and looking good. Southern Lehigh, that is. Hamilton goes around. Fatzinger not good. Follows it up, not good. Fatzinger rebounds it.
Another good defensive effort by Fatzinger. Kept his feet defensively and played the glass. Made sure there wasn't a putback.
30 seconds and counting. Central leading 23-19. 20 seconds. 15 seconds.
Southern Lehigh fans, here's Bob Schaefer.
7, 6, 5. Bang.
Gonna take it away, offensive foul. But a tough night offensively for Spang. He's had a couple that he missed, and now he gets one to go, and that's gonna get taken away because of a charge.
23-19, the Vikes. 2 seconds on the clock. Taylor, backcourt. At the end of the first half, Allentown Central Catholic 23, Southern Lehigh 19. We'll be right back.
Once again, we remind you, ladies and gentlemen, there is no smoking anywhere in Kirby Fieldhouse. Refreshments in the lobby. Please do not bring the refreshments back into the basketball arena. Thank you for your cooperation.
C.J. Wagner, trophies, plaques, and bowling supplies.
Even if you're just thinking about buying a new car or truck, come into Lehigh Valley Ford, Honda, Hyundai, Suzuki. There are over 500 cars and trucks starting at under $7,000. Payments under $125 a month. But you must come in now. Get the car you want at the price you want at the payment you can afford. And your trade will never be worth more. At Lehigh Valley Ford, Honda, Hyundai, Suzuki. A supermarket of selection and savings under one roof. Conveniently located on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile.
What are you doing here at ABE Car Care Center?
Well, I'm going to get a new muffler and a state inspection. Boy, these guys do good work, and they don't charge nearly as much as some of these other guys do.
Well, it's about time you realize that. You're such a winner, Fitz, and besides that, you're cheap.
What do you mean, cheap?
Well, I heard you got short arms and deep pockets.
Well, the way you fill out those pants, you can't even get your hands in your pockets.
Car Care Plus at ABE Car Care Centers.
From the little leagues to the big leagues, for working out to lounging around, suit up with Russell Athletic, now available at Bethlehem Sporting Goods. Bethlehem Sporting Goods, a Russell Athletic team specialist, carries a large selection of Russell Athletic tees, shorts, and uniforms. Plus, Bethlehem Sporting Goods offers custom lettering, screening, and embroidering of group and team Russell Athletic wear. Come by today for Russell Athletic wear and all sporting goods needs at Bethlehem Sporting Goods, the team sport and trophy specialist.
Be an individual. Get it at Footlights. Get it at Footlights. Get it at Footlights. footlights. Get it at Footlights.
It has been written, there are no great people. Rather, there are great challenges that ordinary men and women are forced to meet. For almost a century, young American athletes have answered that call and accepted the challenge in the never-ending quest to test themselves against the finest athletes in the world. It is dawn. The fog has not yet lifted. In many places throughout this land, young athletes start their day as they have in the past, as they will continue to do in the future. On the beaches, in the wooded countryside, in the gymnasiums, the swimming pools, the already great, and those who aspire to be join in a single purpose, the pursuit of excellence. They train in every sport, these young athletes. Their goal is the same, to enter the arena, make the attempt, and perhaps one day stand on the victory podium in national and international competitions. But to reach that goal, young men and women of the United States must have many qualities: talent, dedication, commitment. But they cannot do it alone. For every athlete needs a partner. And the partner for the American athlete is the United States Olympic Committee, now preparing American athletes for the 1992 Olympic Games.
The role of our United States Olympic Committee is to help athletes become the best they can possibly be. And of course, the world stage of competition is expanded, and it's even tougher to win an Olympic gold medal. But beyond that, the role of the Olympic Committee is important because every day we see budget cuts in our schools, and the first programs hit are physical fitness and sports, Olympic sports in particular. So your support will help enable our young people to realize their individual dreams.
The United States Olympic participation is a tradition almost a century old, going back to the summer of 1896 in Athens, when 13 young Americans competed in the first revival of the Olympic Games. Much has changed as we move toward the centennial celebration of these games, which the ancient Greeks called the truce of God, the joining together in brotherhood of the youth of the world to compete in friendly competition for the honor and glory of sport. Whereas in the early days athletes competed as individuals, today's Olympians represent countries. Through the decades, the guiding force for American athletes has been the United States Olympic Committee. From its magnificent national headquarters in Colorado Springs, the United States Olympic Committee enters the last decade of the 20th century with a renewed spirit, one that characterizes the athletes they represent. Talent, pride, courage. And like all who seek new horizons, the will to succeed and endure. A major portion of this commitment are the Olympic training centers operated by the USOC in Colorado Springs and Lake Placid, and a brand new facility in San Diego, which will open in 1993. And every year, thousands of young Americans answer the call, and the United States Olympic Committee has responded. to make it possible for those who make the commitment to represent their country, that they will be able to have the entire backing of their country in facilities, coaching, the use of the most advanced sports medicine research and technology, and perhaps most of all, the financial support and the emotional security that goes with it.
This is what it's all about, athletes competing on a day-to-day basis. In 1978, the Congress passed the Amateur Sports Act. Like the Olympic Festival, it was a long time coming, to guarantee a future for America's athletes, so they will have both a financial opportunity and emotional opportunity to win. The establishment of a single body that can present to America things that you and I might have been denied. Coaching opportunities, facilities, dollars. Those are the things that will make it a better tomorrow for us all.
Part of the better tomorrow, not just for American athletes, but athletes throughout the world, is the United States Olympic Committee's leading role and commitment in establishing a drug-free environment for all competitions, highlighted by a year-round testing program for banned substances to ensure the elimination of performance-enhancing drugs by athletes throughout the world. Working in close cooperation with the United States Olympic Committee are some of America's finest athletes, in particular Edwin Moses, who in 3 Olympics won 2 gold and 1 bronze medal in the 400-meter hurdles.
The United States Olympic Committee has committed several $1 million to fight the use of performance-enhancing drugs in the United States. So we've put the money on the table, and we hope to have very good programs that come out of that. For many years, there was a credibility problem with the athletes in that they believed that the medical profession was giving them bad information by saying that steroids did not work. And the athletes now know that they work. So now we're trying to promote the fact that using steroids and other performance-enhancing drugs is just cheating, and that's the bottom line. Personally, I think that it's wrong. I would never exchange my accomplishments and everything that I've done in track and field for anything, and I would never risk using anabolic steroids or anything like that in order to become a better athlete. I feel that what I've done naturally. I've always stressed to other athletes that that's the way to do it, and I would just never really want to be a cheater.
A few weeks after the United States Olympic Committee opened its magnificent headquarters and training center in Colorado Springs, there was another landmark, the first U.S. Olympic Festival, where almost 2,000 young American athletes competed, a breeding ground for future Pan-American and Olympic champions. Very few remember that the 1979 festival in Colorado Springs was where 70 young American hockey players competed for a berth on the 1980 Winter Olympic team. A little more than 6 months later, the world was amazed when the young Americans defeated the Soviet Union in the semi-final match, then went on to defeat Finland in the final to win the gold medal. Who can forget the Olympic Festival in Indianapolis in 1982, when Carl Lewis leaped 28 feet 9 inches, one of the longest jumps in history, the prelude to his winning 4 gold medals at the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics. 1 year later in Colorado Springs, the 15 minutes that shook the sports world, when Evelyn Ashford set a world record in the women's 100 meters, and then 15 minutes later, a second world record, this time by Calvin Smith, in the men's 100 meters. All
At the end of the first quarter, Allentown Central Catholic led 12-9. They outscored Southern Lehigh 11-10 in the second period to take a 23-19 lead here at the halftime break. Hi there once again, everybody. I'm Johnny Dady with Mike Zambelli, and here's a rundown of the first half scoring and the second half action. For Allentown Central Catholic, the top scorer in the first half, Jeff Aldinger. He has 5 field goals, and 2 of them are three-pointers. He has 12 points. Brendan Gary is scoreless. Andy Stevens, 2 field goals, 2 out of 2 fouls for 6. Rick Spang is scoreless. Tim Cramsey, 1 out of 2 fouls for a point. Bob Fassinger, 2 field goals. He missed a foul for 4. So the line for Central Catholic, 9 field goals, 2 of them three-pointers, 3 out of 5 from the foul line. To their total of 23, they have 9 personal fouls against them. High score for Southern Lehigh, Rob Hamilton, 3 field goals for 6 points. Brian McKee, a field goal, 2 out of 2 fouls for 4. Jim Coyle, a field goal, missed a foul for 2. Chris Taylor, field goal, 3 out of 3 fouls for 5. Dan Welker, a field goal for 2 on the line for Southern Lehigh. 7 field goals, 5 out of 6 on the foul line for the 19, with 5 personal fouls called against them.
The defensive intensity that Central Catholic brought to the game was the difference in that first half. They challenged every pass, they challenged every shot, just did an outstanding job. Let's take a look at the first half stats and see what they might reveal. Southern Lehigh, and it shows in their shooting percentage, 7 of 20, 35%, with everything they try to do being challenged. Good from the free throw line at 83.3. They committed 9 turnovers. 7 of those came in the first quarter where they were down, only 2 of them in the second quarter. The Vikes, 9 for 22. Aldinger leading the way, as John mentioned, 40.9%. 3 for 5 from the free throw line, 60%. They committed 11 turnovers, with 6 of them coming in that second quarter, where Southern Lehigh was able to get back into things.
All right, game number 1 tonight, the Vikettes from Allentown Central Catholic wrapped up the girls' 4A District 11 championship with an easy 68-43 win over the Lady Cardinals from Pocono Mountain.
Tim
Ready to start the second half of the ball game.
Cramsey now will come out and start the second half. He came out with about a minute to go in the first quarter, was able to sit for the whole second quarter without playing and getting in any more foul trouble.
All right, and Southern Lehigh will control as we start the second half of the ball game.
Fatzinger with 2, Cramsey with 2, Spang with 2 for Central Catholic. For Southern Lehigh, Chris Taylor, the only one with 2. Excuse me, Jimmy Coyle also has 2. Tie a little sneaker before we get going.
And we're ready. From the Kirby Fieldhouse on the Lafayette College campus, we'll be back here tomorrow covering the championship 2A boys ball game between Saucon Valley and Jim Thorpe, and then we'll be back tomorrow night covering the 4A game between Whitehall and Easton. So keep tuned to Super 2 Sports. Good move. Power move by Jim Coyle of Southern Lehigh, and he was fouled.
They're going to get that one, I believe, before the shot. Yeah, they're going to take this one out. That'll be the first team foul against the Vikes.
Foul against Brendan Gary, his second.
Geary starting the second half in place of Spang. For Central Catholic, it's Geary number 22, Stevens 33, Aldinger 34, Cramsey 50, and Fatzinger 53.
Pass out to Chris Taylor, almost at center court. Chris, 6'1" senior. Gets it over to Rob Hamilton. Hamilton back out to Brian McKee. McKee to Coyle. 23-19 Central. Interception by the Vikings. Deflected ball taken out of the air by Brendan Gary. Flips over to Aldinger. There's Jeff. Pass up front to Andy Stevens.
Good perimeter defense again by the Vikes. Force another turnover.
Stevens gets it back to Aldinger. Gary. Ramsey. Baseline. Stevens underneath. Backdoor. Fatzinger. Nice play. Third field goal for Fatzinger. 25-19, the Vikes.
Fatzinger comes from behind the zone. There's nobody to talk him over, so nobody knows he's coming. Good anticipation, good communication between he and Stevens.
And he had that advantage there of the left hand, Mike. He's a lefty. Ramsey goes airborne to clear the boards. Gets it to Aldinger. Long pass up front. Stevens goes off the glass. Missed it, but was fouled.
Stevens a little disappointed, doesn't get the roll here. Watch him take the action to the defense. That's a real nice job. He takes it into Hamilton to draw the foul.
Foul against Rob Hamilton, his first, and Andy Stevens. 2 out of 2 for the foul line tonight. 25-19, the Vikes. Opening minutes of the third period. 26-19. This could be the biggest lead in the ball game, 27-19.
I think they got up 9-2 or something.
Yeah,
10-2 it was, yeah, early.
Almost a steal.
Stay on the knee. Nope, he got up. Well, they got a 10-second call. 10-second call before he got up off the knee. It would have been a travel either way. Bob Schaefer, sitting to his right, by the way, is one of his assistants, and that's Bill Coyle, the father to Jim Coyle.
That Schaefer's a good guy.
Yes, he is. Outstanding coach. He's done a good job here at Southern Lehigh.
Stevens up. No, Stevens rebounds it, gets it over at Cramsey. Boy, you talk about an unselfish play. That was one. Cramsey picked up his first deuce of the night to make it 29-19. Coyle for three. No. Oh, look at that ball being batted around up there. Wow. And Aldinger comes down with it for the Vikes.
Vikes dodge a bullet there, just unable to get the roll inside. I believe it was Welker. Just cannot get the ball to drop as Southern Lehigh has yet to score now. We're almost 5 minutes, 5:40 to play. Third quarter.
Traveled with it.
He knew it. Did a good job defensively of collapsing inside.
Central Catholic scored 6 points here in his third period, and the Spartans scoreless. Here comes Jim Coyle. Guarded by Aldinger. I started telling you earlier that this is the 4th meeting between these two schools ever. Central Catholic holding a 3-0 advantage. See who this foul is on. Cramsey, his third.
Hamilton,
wow.
A strong move. Watch Geary come over and help and make him wheel and deal to the left. That's a nice athletic move by Hamilton to get away from the defensive pressure to draw the foul. And that's a big one, as now Coach Baxa is going over his options as Cramsey picks up number 3.
Hamilton on the foul line for the first time tonight. I see Mr. Lisicki here tonight. Who's he with?
We're with all of the Lisicki boys. Pete's here. They'll be in action tomorrow night.
Foul of that of Hamilton?
Yes.
Yeah. How do you miss 2 fouls and then follow up the shot? Andy Stevens not good. Rebounded by the Spartans. 29-21 Central. 4:53.
Points have been that hard to come by for Southern Lehigh here in this second half. Another one missed inside and tight.
Aldinger for 3. No. Stevens rebounds, follows it up, and in. Stevens, 31-21. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Touch the baseline or they would have had a steal.
Stevens, after a great offensive board, able to come up and come back and almost come up with a steal.
Yeah. Welker. Interception by the Vikes. Look at the lead pass up to Stevens. Up. Bingo!
Good denial.
Better call a timeout, Robert.
Good denial by Brendan Geary inside.
Timeout. There it is. Saw Bobby Clark here, Southern Lehigh head football coach. He never misses a basketball game. I'm surprised he's not a basketball coach. There's Bob Schaefer in the center. White short sleeve sport shirt.
And the man with the coat and tie is Mr. Coyle, who I was talking about. Bill Coyle. Let's take a look now after the denial by Geary inside. Just a wonderful outlet pass. Stevens gathers himself, feels the defense, protects the ball, and a nice little kiss off the glass. The Vikes now have extended the lead to 12 here. 3:59 to go, third quarter. Southern Lehigh is only 1 for 7 shooting. They have gotten some shots, point-blank range inside, but have been unable to convert.
Central Catholic outscored Southern Lehigh 10-2 so far here in the third period of this ball game.
Southern Lehigh will forever be the answer to a trivia question, John, as You know, when they talk about West Hazelton High School basketball, boys basketball, who was their last game? Did they win? Who did they play? That answer is going to be Southern Lehigh. On their way here to this game here, Southern Lehigh beat West Hazelton 55-43, holding high-scoring Joe Marshall to just 15 points.
Field goal by Chris Taylor. I see Hazelton won their District 2 game. Ramsey to Gary.
Well,
Brendan.
Get used to Hazelton School
Yeah.
District winning a lot of district titles.
Too bad they're going to stay in District 2. I would like to see them in District 11 so we could see more of them. 33-23 the Vikes. Aldinger foul line up. Not good. Central Cap. Nope. They're giving the ball to Southern Lehigh. McKee. No substitutions for Southern Lehigh so far in this ball game. Coyle. Ramsey saves. Look out. You don't do that. Gary Lucky got it. Stevens up and in. And a foul.
Ramsey makes the play. It's really his only option. He's losing his balance and falling out of bounds, and the worst thing you want to do is throw that ball underneath the opposition's basket. He takes a shot at just rifling it down court, and Geary is the guy then who is able to fight and come up with it and gets it ahead to Stevens.
Stevens 5 out of 5 from the foul line and 5 field goals, Mike. He had 6 points in the first half. He now has 15.
Not unusual. He's been doing it constantly all year long. Bob Schaefer in the paper said...
Look. Here he goes behind the back. Zig-zag. They're calling for carrying it.
Bob Schaefer said that it might be one of the most consistent players in the entire Lehigh Valley. Number 33, Andy Stevens.
Watch
Gonna
this.
get a little
That's
fancy
the
here.
carry.
Yeah, that dribble comes up to his shoulder, and that's a nice job getting back defensively by Chris Taylor to put some pressure on Stevens.
Good call, but it's a good play, too.
Yes, it was.
When you steal and try to do that. Look at this. Look out. 3 on 3. Stevens saves to Ramsey. Up and in. Hey!
Where the Harlem Globetrotters?
Oh, my. We got the right one, baby.
Behind the back, saving it out of bounds, and a finger roll by Cramsey to finish it all off.
McKee with the ball for the Spartans. Gets it over to Chris Taylor. 38-23. Welker. Ball knocked out of bounds by Cramsey. Awarded to Southern Lehigh. First substitution for the Spartans, Brent Chisholm, a 5'10" sophomore. Boy, he's small compared to the other guys. He's replacing Chris Taylor.
Southern Lehigh needs a good 2 minutes here to finish this third quarter. They're down by 15 and can't buy a basket inside.
Foul Fatsinger's left, and I don't know who it's on. We'll have to watch.
It's going to be on Fatzinger. Yeah, it's against Fatzinger. And that's now number 3 on him, as he's going to get a little time to rest. He's replaced by Miller, but now there's a 15-point differential on the board, though.
Fatsinger's third personal foul. There's the brain trust for the Vikes. Coyle, 2 out of 2. Gives him 2 out of 3 for the night, along with a field goal. Foul. This one is against Brent Chisholm, who just came into the lineup. 5'10" sophomore. It's only the 13th foul against Southern Lehigh. 3 also against Central Catholic. Central Catholic with his 3 seniors in the lineup right now. Gary, Aldinger, and Stevens. There are only 3 seniors on the squad, and that's the 3. But it's a good threesome, I'll tell you that. Aldinger, yes. 6 field goal for Jeff. 40-25. Mike, they're breaking this one open.
Yes, they are. Aldinger gains the Southern Lehigh defense. One of those old tricks. Tying your shoe the way like they were going to maybe work the clock, and then he attacked the basket.
Baseliner by Dan Wellgood for 3. Vikes turn it over. 40-28, they lead. But they just gave up a tray and a turnover now. Coyle. Chisholm. Nice pass. Ramsey clears the boards for Central, flips over to Aldinger. Jeff looks things over and then heads up front.
Tough break. Southern Lehigh again creates something. They get a little seam. They get penetration to the basket. McKee tries to go right in with it rather than use the glass, and that's a tough little shot when you're on the move.
Hey, we have 45 seconds remaining in this third period. Aldinger up high. Bullseye. 7 field goals for Jeff. 42-28. 30 seconds.
Vikes have only missed 3 shots here in this quarter.
Foul against Stevens, blocking his second.
Viking personal foul on Andrew Stevens, his second, 4th team foul.
Vikes get it. I thought I saw 3 Stooges over there across the lane.
"19 seconds and counting.
Ramsey.
Vikes have only missed 3 shots in this quarter.
Is that right? Aldinger looks up 10 seconds. Nyan. He'll let it fly. Baseline underneath. Ramsey. Oh, yeah. Missed it. With 2 seconds, but he was fouled.
Yeah, I think Chisholm got a piece of the ball from behind. Cramsey just tried to set it up inside. I think you'll see when Chisholm comes in there, number 12, he actually gets a lot of the ball and it forces Cramsey to miss.
2 seconds remaining in the third period. Ramsey. He hasn't had a good year in the foul line, has he?
He struggled a little bit.
Yeah. So Stevens follows it up, gets the deuce before the buzzer, and that is the end of the third quarter. Allentown Central Catholic 44, Southern Lehigh 28. We'll be right back.
The game's the same. Our people make the difference. Allentown Rose Bowl, where the better people bowl. We are the Valley's most advanced full-service bowling fun center with color AS90 automatic scoring system. Check this out. Monday to Thursday, 3 to 6. 1 hour time bowling, $6. Up to 5 people per lane. Fridays, noon to 6. Or rental lane at Allentown Rose Bowl. Friday night, 11:30 to 2:30. Up to 5 people for $15. Sundays, 9 a.m. to noon, and then 9 p.m. to midnight. Rent 4 times, and the 5th one's on us at Allentown Rose Bowl.
If it's truck or van talking time in your family, we have some very good news. Lehigh Valley Ford will pencil in factory and dealer incentives as high as $4,000 on the F-Series trucks, the world's best-selling trucks, and up to $3,500 on the Aerostar, the just right priced wagon. If you're thinking trucks or vans, put Lehigh Valley Ford on your shopping list. Over 400 cars and trucks at one location, priced from $7,300. Lehigh Valley Ford on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile, a Vinart dealership.
The wearing of the green is coming again to Service Electric Cable TV's Super 2. It's the annual Allentown St. Patrick's Day Parade, a Super 2 live exclusive. The parade kicks off at 2 p.m. on Sunday, March 15th. Super 2 will be live from the Allentown Chancery for complete coverage. Join me, Don Hunt, for the wearing of the green on Service Electric Cable TV, the Super 2.
You're invited to enjoy over 100 free dinners at the finest restaurants around the Lehigh Valley and the Poconos. Introducing the new Dynamite 92, full of 2-for-1 offers that can save you thousands of dollars this year. For fine dining, simply present your gold membership card. Use it just like a credit card to enjoy your complimentary meals. Dynamite also features popular casual and family dining. That's even more 2-for-1 offers at places you always visit. Dynamite's entertainment and services section has 2-for-1s on video rentals, lift tickets, and sports. There's also discounts on movie theater tickets, car washes, dry cleaning, and so much more. All that savings for just $16.95, and that includes shipping and handling. It's easy to order. With Visa or MasterCard, call 776-2539. If you're outside the Lehigh Valley, call toll-free 800-369-7218, or send check or money order to Dynamite, 1045 Hamilton Street, Allentown, PA 18101. There's a money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied, and if you order 3 books, you get 1 free. Order now.
Fourth quarter's underway in a big third quarter for Central Catholic as they outscore the Spartans 21-9. 44-28 is the score as we start the fourth quarter play. Brendan Geary with the ball for the Vikes. Aldinger fakes left, goes right, baseline, up high, bullseye. Aldinger's hot. 8th field goal for Jeff. 46-28.
Both teams got 12 shots offensively in the third quarter. However, the Vikes made 9 of theirs for 75%. Southern Lehigh only converted 3 times as they really had a rough time inside for 25%. The turnovers to this point, Southern Lehigh has committed 15. Central Catholic has committed 14.
Stevens inbounds to Aldinger. It's 3-on-2. Aldinger over to Miller. Miller misses it. Ramsey gets the rebound, follows it up, is blocked, and picked up by the Spartan. Taylor. Welker for 3, has it. Welker has 3 field goals now. 2 of them are 3-pointers.
This game is not over. Southern Lehigh has 3 guys that can convert from 3-point range.
6:45 remaining, 46-31 the Vikes.
It's going to take more than offense, though. With that time left and a 15-point deficit, you need to play defense.
Miller was fouled by Rob Hamilton.
It's a good, strong move by Miller. When you get the defense on your back like that, coach wants to see you wheel and go to the basket. Miller makes a nice turn, gets a little body contact there, and draws a foul.
Miller's first trip to the foul line, scoreless tonight, hasn't played much this evening.
Aldinger giving a little free throw lesson there. Told Miller to use the knees, use the legs a little bit more. Let's see if it works, and it does.
All right, 47-31. Here come the Spartans. Jim Coyle. Oh, Stevens had a hand in there that time to swipe the ball away. Just missed it. Welker, deep corner for 3. Not good. Rebound, follow up. Hamilton has it. Rob having a good night tonight. That's his 5th field goal.
Oh, they got a good double team over in the corner. Geary, a smart play to bounce it off the defense, and they'll get another start here to trying to break the press.
Hamilton is out, being replaced by Mark Campbell, a 6'4" junior.
Time was becoming a factor. Nice job, good patience, and breaking the press, getting it into the front court.
Aldinger. Oh, look at that. Ramsey, yes. Third field goal, all three in the second half for Ramsey. A fine assist from Aldinger.
You know, Aldinger's the guy that makes it all happen. He gets into the paint. When he starts converting from the perimeter, that draws the defense. Then he can get some action going to the basket.
Boy, he picked their pocket that time. Brendan Gary. Ramsey. Stevens. Andy. In the paint, underneath, Miller was fouled. Foul will be against Mark Campbell.
Central Catholic just doing a real nice job now of breaking things down. They're moving the ball, they're dribbling the ball well, they're passing inside real well, and that was a good job by Stevens to set up Miller with the defense on his back.
You got to bend the knee now.
All right, Aldinger, come on, Jeff, tell him again. Get the knees into it.
Stevens would have to tell him now what to do.
Okay, let's see if Andy's method works now. There you go. He just needs a little coaching.
All coaches.
17-point Viking lead.
Campbell on a baseline, almost a steal by Aldinger. Campbell, deep corner, throws it up, not good. Followed up by McKee, not good. Scrambled for it, and Coyle comes away with it, not good.
That series of shots and passes and hustle, I think, really typifies the rough night the Spartans had had. You know, easy, open follow-up, just hangs tantalizing on the front of the rim and then rolls out, and then you can't come up with the loose ball and wind up committing a personal foul on the follow-up, and it's been that kind of night for the Spartans.
And Miller on a free throw line. 50-33. 4:48 remaining in regulation. Central leading. Miller got to bend his knees.
He just doesn't like those first ones, but in the one-on-one, there is no second one.
Personal foul against Jim Coyle of Southern Lehigh. Rob Hamilton back in the lineup, replacing Mark Campbell for Southern Lehigh. And Brendan Gary goes to the foul line for the first time tonight. He's scoreless. Richie Boxer telling him what to do. Bend the knees, he said. No.
Miller played well tonight. Miller did some good things in there. The offense helped him in setting him up where he could do something with the basketball, but that nice little spin move he made to the basket to draw a foul is the way he needs to play when he comes in there.
Gary with his first point, 51-33 Central. Midway through the fourth quarter. Chisholm gets it over to Welker. Chisholm for three. No. Rebounded by Cramsey.
Cramsey has played a good basketball game tonight, too. A lot of pressure on he and Fatchinger to do the rebounding that they did, and they've come up with that kind of an effort.
Oh, look at this. Cramsey on another assist from Aldinger. Tim had 1 point in the first quarter. He had 4 field goals here in the second half.
Well, a lot of good passes and setups by
2-on-1. Give and go. Yo! Hey, look at that. My, oh my, oh my. Oh, that's put on a show.
Certainly is. This is as good as we have seen Aldinger look in a couple of weeks. On the money, on the passes, the penetration, and converting from the perimeter.
Timeout. Southern Lehigh Vikings get a standing ovation from the Central Catholic fans. Watch this. Here it is.
Stevens gives it up from the middle, and then he goes to Aldinger, who's going to give it back when the defense goes his way. Pass right on the money, and a conversion for Stevens on the break. Aldinger has to be approaching double digits as far as assists. I know he's up there in scoring, but assist-wise, I mean, over 3/4 of Cramsey's points have come on assists from Aldinger, and that's not to mention a bunch of them that were dropped in that first half also. The winner will advance, play District 3, number 4 representative, York Catholic.
They always have a solid basketball team.
They got banged around a little bit in District 3, though. They're only the fourth team coming out of the district this year, so they got upset, lost a couple of games in the district. The loser will play the District 3, number 2 representative, Kennard Dale. 2 words.
Fine team.
Yeah.
You look terrific.
Sammy Aaron.
There's Bob Schaefer.
His young team gained a lot of valuable experience, and they're going to get more. They're going to be in more action next week.
Batzinger in the lineup, back in the lineup for the Vikes. Inbounds pass. And here's Aldinger. Up over the timeline, Gary. Gary's one of the better 6 men in the league, Mike.
He played well tonight. He started the second half and Spang in a rough offensive night in that first half. Coach Baxa went with Geary, and he performed. He did well in the second half. Has gone all the way.
Batzinger, turnaround shot, not good. Rebounded by Van Welker of the Spartans. Gets it over to Chris Taylor. Taylor picked up defensively by Andy Stevens. Gets it into Rob Hamilton. Hamilton does a 360, no good. Followed up, it's rejected. Followed up by McKee, not good. Tapped inbound and right to the hands of Gary. Gary.
Really, again, exemplifies the tough night Southern Lehigh has had. Hamilton able to create something close to the basket, only to not convert and then lose possession of the basketball to the Vikes.
2:40. Cramsey, a fadeaway. No, that was in and out. McKee. Shot is up, not good by Coyle.
Look at the aggressiveness of Fatzinger inside.
He stole that one.
He really did.
Stevens waiting for help. There's Gary, cross court.
Fatzinger's a deceiving guy inside. He has better jumping ability than you want to give him credit for. He had a couple of blocks here tonight, and we've seen him through the stretch come up with some blocks defensively.
Oh, look at beautiful play. Stevens on another assist from Aldinger. Boy, he threw a strike in traffic that time. Stevens took it on a dead run and hooked it up and in. 57-33 Central, 1:45 remaining in a ball game.
Well, and we're going to start to see some new faces in the Central Catholic lineup as Spang gets ready to come back in and Llewellyn gets ready to come back or come in for the first time.
Now we're going to see something, I think, for the first time all year. Stevens will be charged with a personal foul, his third, and it'll be a 3-shot foul.
Well, we saw that one time.
Did we?
One time we saw that, yes.
All right. Cramsey is out. Who else is out? Stevens is out.
We talked about a lot of young players here tonight. Number 50 is going to be wearing the green and gold for another 2 years. Tim Cramsey, a heck of a job tonight. Andy Stevens exited. Another fine performance for him.
Taylor, 4 out of 4 for the foul line tonight. Chris, 2 field goals to go with it.
Rich Baxa will be gaining his first district championship in his second year at Central Catholic. He does have one other under his belt when he was at Freedom. 1976, he won the 3A championship, which at that time was the top classification. There was no 4A at that time.
All right, Aldinger stays in. This is number 32, Bill Krause, a 5'8 junior. Spang. Backdoor shot, attempt blocked by Chris Nye of the Spartans. Spang lost the handle momentarily. Who hit that field goal? Batzinger, I believe.
Batzinger, he said yes.
Okay. One minute and 2 seconds remaining, 59-36. Aldinger leads the Viking lineup. And let's see, we have Steve Hirschman, 6'1" junior coming in. Batzinger is the only one that stays in there. Gabe Llewellyn, a 6'2" freshman, is in.
Under a minute, 52 seconds. The Vikes going to garner their 3rd District 11 championship.
Nick McKee is in the lineup. Chris Nye, a 6'5" senior for the Spartans. Batzinger is out. Rashawn Drayton is in. Batzinger gets a standing ovation. Nye on a free throw line. Spang is going to sit. He's scoreless tonight. We have 47 seconds remaining in this ball game, so the Vikes will be crowned the District 11 3A champions. And, of course, get the top seed going into state tournament play. Krause. Shot is up. Not good by Drayton. Followed up by Drayton. 26 seconds, 61-37. Krause out of the lineup. Mike Smith, 5'11" sophomore, is in. Yeah. Fadeaway shot is up. We do not have that man's name, and he is not listed in the district brochure.
Yeah, I think there's a change for Central Catholic, too, also, John. I don't think that's Drayton wearing number 44. I think they have somebody else wearing that one.
That's the ball game, 61-44. Central Catholic, the district champion.
First one since 1989.
See if we can find out from somebody back here. This is Bob Clark or somebody.
You know who those players, who is 54? Do you know them guys? Working on the program. No, they're not in the program. They don't have it.
Bobby Clark or somebody here from Southern Lehigh. Here, ask these kids.
Scott Reslow was number 54, John, the young man that scored at the end there. Yeah, for Southern Lehigh, number 54, Scott Reslow.
Wrestler.
Reslow. R-E-S-L-O-E, I presume. I'm not sure. That's the way they pronounced it. Bob Schaefer, tough night for him. Done an incredible job, a great job with Southern Lehigh, winning that Colonial League championship in his first year. This year they will be district runner-ups. They will be the number 2 seed coming out of District 11, and there will be only 2 seeds to come out of District 11. Overall record will drop to 18-9. They will be back in action next Friday night in inter-district play. First time for them. They will be playing the District 3 number 2 representative, Kennard Dale. You are watching now Bob Schaefer present the runner-up medals to all his players. A lot of young players, certainly for the seniors. It's, you know, their last chance. Hamilton is senior, Taylor is senior as the starters, their last chance. But a lot of young guys got a lot of valuable playing experience here tonight, something that when they all look back on it, certainly they're dejected now, but when they look back on this, they're going to realize the great strides and great accomplishments they had this season. For Rich Baxa, his personal 2nd district championship, his first at Central Catholic. Overall record will rise to 20-9. They again will be in action next Friday night. They will have a week off, inter-district play, and they will be taking on York Catholic, the District 3 number 4 representative, a team they are quite familiar with and have had many, many battles with, and always it seems that they meet them somewhere down the road in the inter-district competition.
At the end of the first quarter, Central Catholic led 12-9. They outscored Southern Lehigh 11-10 in the second period to take a 23-19 lead into the locker room at the halftime break. After the intermission, the Vikes outscored Southern Lehigh 21-9 to increase their lead to 44-28. After 3 quarters of play in the fourth period, again Southern Lehigh was outscored, this time 17-16, and Central Catholic won a ball game going away 61-44. Individual scoring honors for the Vikings went to Andy Stevens, who had 21 points on 8 field goals and 5 out of 5 from the foul line. Brendan Gary, scoreless from the field, 1 out of 2 fouls for a point. Jeff Aldinger, 8 field goals, 2 of them 3-pointers for 18 points. Greg Spang was scoreless. Rashawn Drayton, a field goal for 2. Tim Cramsey, 4 field goals, 1 out of 4 fouls for 9. Bob Miller, scoreless in the field, 2 out of 5 fouls for 2. And Bob Fassinger, 4 field goals. He missed a foul for 8. The line for Central Catholic, 25 field goals, including 2 3-pointers, 9 out of 17 from the foul line, for their total of 61. They had 14 personal fouls called against them. High score for Southern Lehigh, Rob Hamilton, 5 field goals. He missed 2 attempts on the foul line. He had 10 points. Brian McKee, a field goal, 2 out of 2 fouls for 4. Jim Coyle, a field goal, 2 out of 3 fouls for 4. Chris Taylor, 2 field goals, 5 out of 5 fouls for 9. Dan Welker, 3 field goals, 2 of them 3-pointers for 8. Chris Nye, a field goal, 1 out of 2 fouls for 3. And Scott Reslow, 2 field goals, 1 of them a 3-pointer for 5. So the line for Southern Lehigh, 15 field goals, including 3 3-pointers, 10 out of 14 from the foul line for their 44, with 11 personal fouls called against them.
Rich Baxa again handing out now the District 11 championship medals. Aldinger, heck of a night for him tonight. Stevens, all of them. Defensively, we talked about the height differential. Cramsey, Fatzinger inside, all played a whale of a game. Certainly worked hard for a district championship. They will represent the district as the number 1 seed. They are now presenting the trophy to Rich Baxa, and the team will walk over there. The captains, Geary is senior, Aldinger is senior, and Stevens is senior. Everybody else will be back next year. You see those 3 get the first feel of it, and then the rest of the team will come in there. Then I thought the Vikes did an incredible job, a good job of maintaining defensive pressure throughout the night, something that was a real key. If they ever let off of that and allowed open jump shots or open penetration for Central Catholic or for Southern Lehigh, they were going to be in a little trouble tonight. They came out, they did what they had to do to win the game.
All right, a big night for the Vikings and Vikings from Allentown Central Catholic. The girls wrapped up the 4A district championship with a rather easy 68-43 win over the Pocono Mountain girls. And in boys 3A championship action, the Vikings from Central Catholic rolled over the Spartans from Southern Lehigh 61-44 after being close at halftime 23-19. So that's about it. Be sure to join us again Saturday, when we'll be covering the boys 2A championship ball game. There'll be Saucon Valley and Jim Thorpe. We will follow that up with a 4A championship ball game with Whitehall and Easton. And now, on behalf of our fine technical crew, my sidekick Mike Zambelli, I'm Johnny Dady, inviting you to join us again Saturday night for more basketball on Super 2 Sports. And congratulations again to the Vikettes and the Vikings from Allentown Central Catholic on wrapping up District 11 championship crowns. This has been a Super 2 Sports presentation. Good night, everybody.